Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky. Lisa is away for a few days. I don't know where she went.
I don't know.
You don't know. Good old chatterbox over here.
That's you.
Yes, I know. Did she tell you where she was going?
No, but you guys got me instead, so lucky day for Midday. What? You know it is. I love being here.
We were just talking just off camera about, I was out over at Lisa Wild Time cooking this morning for our cooking segments for next week. And I was talking about that I had eaten too much carbs and all that sort of stuff. You'll see why next week. And then you were saying, I thought he said, I love me, which is I love M-E. And I was looking at him like, what?
Well,
and then he went, I love meat.
What somebody said that they were trying to go vegan, and I was like, I love meat. You know, like.
Yeah, but you didn't say.
I said meat.
It
Katie
sounded
heard
like
me.
me.
I did, because then I said I like carbs more than I do meat. So I could give the meat up, but
Yeah.
bread,
I got
no.
you. I got you.
It's too hard.
Well, it all stops for me next week. I'll tell you why tomorrow anyway.
Well, game changer.
Hey guys, a college football star has been ruled ineligible to compete in the NCAA and lost his scholarship after refusing to demonetize his YouTube channel. Now, Donald D. LaHaye, I didn't even know what a place kicker was, so here it is, who a place kicker at the University of Central Florida, has faced with a decision. Cease making money off his YouTube channel or don't play college football and lose his scholarship, okay? Here's the thing, guys, the question I'm posing here. He's only got 90,000 followers, and so to be a YouTube star,
Right.
you really do have to have more than 90,000 followers. And he's not making serious money off this. And the scholarship that he has doesn't give him a salary.
Right.
It just pays for his tuition, and I would assume maybe boarding at the college or something along those lines. I don't see why you can't do these type of things whilst you're at college.
I think it's ridiculous.
Where do you stand on that?
I think it's ridiculous. He should be able to still make money because these guys are going so hard that it's basically a full-time job playing football, and he just probably needs some cash flow. And he's not doing anything, you know, outlandish. He's like videotaping them running fast.
And he's doing like training type of things on
Yeah,
his YouTube
I mean,
channel.
I agree that I think college athletes should be paid or be able to monetize their own name. However, those are not the rules right now. So it doesn't matter if you only have 90,000, you make a little bit. Well, now are you going to tell the guy that, you know, is more of a star, but he has 1 million followers? Well, that's where we draw the line. You know,
Right.
you can't make money.
No, I
it's very
understand
strict. And
I
how many,
understand.
you know, I went to Ohio State. So many players have been suspended off the team because they sold their ring that they won in the game. And so,
What ring?
like their
the
championship
championship
ring.
You would sell that?
They didn't have any money, and I think
Yeah.
you should be able to, you know, make money off these things and be paid. But the rules are the rules, and he knows you can't make money off of that. And so, yeah, he should have a choice. You can quit and be on YouTube and make money, you know, off this, or don't play football. If you want to do it, you have to follow the rules. He's not special compared to all the other football players that aren't allowed to do it. So it wouldn't be fair to make an exception to him and all the other ones.
Let me be clear on that. I'm not saying make it just for him. What I'm saying is it time to move on from all of this? Should these young college stars be allowed to make some extra money? Do you know what I mean? Like, you look at all these footballers, like, let's bring up O.J. Simpson. Okay. He was the face of Hertz.
Yeah.
He made money from when he was playing in football, not in college, in football when he was a professional. And now, even though he's been charged with crimes, he still gets that pension, $25,000 a month, from the actual football league. So I think to myself, if you're in college and your income is limited, we all know how expensive college life can be. Well, not me, because I never went to college, but, you know, talking to you guys, and I think there should be maybe there should be a cap. So, you know, you can only earn $20,000 a year from it also. Like, put some rules in that way.
I just have a problem with it in general. I think they should be able to make whatever they want, because then you have the few stars that the school will make $1 million the entire time they're there off jersey sales for the one guy, and he made nothing. But why shouldn't he be able to make $1 million? And this other guy, you know, I just think there's too much gray area, and that's why the rule is just kind of blanketly black and white.
Well, if you look at other sports, usually these kids end up going into professional because they want to make money.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'm going to leave the school, and it's like, why not let them be able to profit? You see it with basketball. You see it with UK especially.
Well, it's funny you say that, because JP, our barber that we go to,
I love JP. It's hard to get into.
He does a
him.
lot of the UK football team and
Okay.
basketballers, and they used to post little pictures on Insta. Well, they had to stop.
Yeah.
And he said to me, and I said, "Where's all those pictures?" He said, "We can't show them anymore because the kids were getting in trouble."
Yeah.
Which then I read this story. I went, "Now I understand."
You'll remember Tattoo Gate at
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
The same sort of thing.
Oh, really?
And players were suspended for it, and it's very
Okay.
serious.
Well, we know where you stand. It's no money for you.
no, I think it should just be, there shouldn't be a cap or gray area.
Yeah.
I think they should just be able to make money.
Yeah.
But why? I don't know.
All right, well, tell us what you think. We'll put it up on our Facebook page, and you weigh in, and whether, I also think if it's your son or daughter, they should be, there should be a cap. You're right, 20,000 or whatever. Something that I think is hysterical, but you're getting married. And it's in June, and we all know there's going to be an open bar, I would assume, at yours. But now there could be, the latest take is marijuana?
Yeah, legalization. Yeah, Katie, you were
This
telling
is
us.
my story.
But we were focused, because we were
I
all
was
talking about my
focusing-
wedding.
So, Katie, let me turn this way, everyone.
Well, so I'm planning my wedding.
In June.
I haven't found a groom yet, but
Right.
planning is underway.
Speed bump.
There will be open bar.
It'll just slow you down. It won't stop you.
Well,
What's
so
going on?
anyway, I saw this online, but I did think of David when I saw it. They were talking
wait,
about
whoa.
there's a new trend. Well, because you're getting married, you're planning
Right.
a wedding. There's this new trend of just having like 1 or 2 drink options, and then places where weed is legal, having an open weed bar. And I just thought that seems crazy.
Well, hold on, let me just go back. This is only in states that
Where
it's
it's
legal
legal.
to have marijuana.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, I'm sure there's people doing it where it's not legal, but they're not
but I
posting
don't know if they
online
have
about it.
I don't know if they have a bar like
Yeah.
of joints and
But then,
whatnot.
other people do different things. Like they'll have the cigar bars too,
Right.
and things like that. So I didn't know if you had thought in your wedding. I assume maybe not the weed bar,
Is it
but
legal here?
No, it's
No.
not legal.
Thank goodness.
but would you consider something kind of?
Yeah,
I don't know.
totally. I would be all for it.
Would you do a
because
cigar bar?
I'd love to have a cigar bar. Like a gentleman's. Have some tufted leather seats. Some nice rugs. So you drink your nice.
So the wedding
bourbon.
cost just went up.
Well, it's already. It's crazy.
I was the first one to say to you this morning, hence why I'm sorry about saying it was your topic. We were saying, there better be an open bar, otherwise we're not coming.
Right. It's like
And
David. We'd love
I've
to be
always
there.
said that if you go to a wedding and you have to buy your drinks, walk out immediately. Because it's a night that's going to get worse.
Well, I want to know actually what people think about this. So send us a message on the Midday Kentucky Facebook page, because I've been to a lot of weddings and I think it's very appropriate. They'll do open bar in terms of beer and wine. We were talking
Yep.
about this in the editorial meeting, and then they'll have like the bride's cocktail and the groom's cocktail. The bride will be like a fruity martini, like a Cosmo, and the man it's like bourbon on the rocks.
Yeah.
And then, so you could have those 2 cocktails if you want a cocktail, or your choice of beer and wine. And I really like that.
And then
do
anything
you
else you wanted on top of that, you pay for.
No, I just don't think they even have anything else.
Right.
It's just open bar, beer and wine, and they have the
haven't
2
heard of that
cocktails, which
before.
is nice because then they're kind of already made, and you can
I
walk
like
up.
that.
I've seen that a
Okay.
lot.
I think that's a good
especially
idea.
in this
Okay.
area with bourbon. It does get a little wild.
But I've never gone to a wedding where you have to just straight up buy your drinks.
Or that there
Can
was
I just
a
say,
marijuana bar.
one of
Or
my
a marijuana bar.
one of my cousins, the
Yeah.
wedding was, most people walked out. At an Italian wedding, it was a no-no.
Wow. Well, so I've been to weddings where they just don't have wine.
His
I don't
father,
know.
my uncle,
Right.
had decided to become super religious and
Oh.
no booze. Well, literally, you saw people walking out of the. It was very funny. It was very funny. Hey, talking about concealed weapons.
Yeah.
Now, there's a law just been passed in Texas.
Yeah, it's
and let's talk.
It's been around for a while, but it's really coming up in other states where like the NRA is really trying to push the mindset and prerogative that if you carry a concealed weapon, that there'll be more safety versus being able to take out a mass shooter.
Right.
But statistically, it's not true.
Well, here's the thing, because in Texas it was more about there was a new law passed that a college is now allowed to, their kids are allowed to have concealed weapons.
Right.
And this was a debate that we were talking about this morning, and what they're saying is that it will stop less shootings, because if you're sitting there at college and someone comes in with a gun to take you out, you with a license can get up and shoot them and save
Right.
a lot of lives.
And they're not just saying now kids can have them. The law is
It's-
that anyone with a
Right.
concealed carry permit can now use that permit on campus.
Do either
So
way.
it could be the professor.
That's
it could
correct.
Do you all
be-
have your concealed?
Me?
Yeah, come on.
Don't be ridiculous.
I do.
Dude, I don't know whether you know anything about Australia.
Australians?
Australian government bought back every gun in the country.
Yeah.
Like, we had a mass shooting in Hobart,
Mm-hmm.
and Martin Bryant, I think his name was, and went to a big tourist area and shot everyone. And that next year, the government did a big buyback. It was huge. We don't believe in guns.
Katie?
I definitely don't believe in that. I believe
Yeah.
I don't have a concealed carry permit, but
You
I
just carry
like
one
that
anyways.
I have the right to, and
Yeah.
I like that other people do. Like you said that you have
I've
one.
got one.
I like that. Our producer has one too, and I assume that
She told
most
us
of
it
the
was
people
pink.
I know that are gun owners are responsible gun owners. Like, I
Exactly.
don't feel
But
scared to be
it's,
around
it's
them.
not those people though that you usually have to be worried about. It's like
Right.
people that are suffering from mental illness.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what's really crazy about this whole Texas law is that they were starting it August 1st, which was a huge anniversary for one of the first massive shootings at a college campus in the United States, where a trained Marine sniper killed 30 people.
It scares me a little bit because I'd like to know what it takes, and we're going to do a story on this, what it takes to get a concealed weapon license.
Well,
Is
David
that-
has one.
It's so easy. It's like 6 hours in a classroom.
But what do
shoot-
you do?
And then you go through a shooting exercise, and I mean, it is good to train people.
Well, you also go through a background check.
You go
so
through,
your
yeah.
training
You have
is
to s-
easy, but they
you
do
have to send
screen
in
you.
a lot of
Yeah.
documentation. But you know, it's also the types of guns you can buy.
Right.
So like an assault rifle, you know, that can spray 30 bullets in, you know, a minute. That's pretty intense. I don't know why we need that. Do I have one? I do. So
Yeah.
it's just
I don't
one
know.
of
I
those
don't
things.
have one, but I'm glad that the good guys do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move along. Tell us what you think on our Facebook page. We're talking about birthday cake bacteria. This is so disgusting.
I just had to bring this up when I saw it online. And I know you guys already know the answer to this, but now this study came out saying when someone blows out the candles to their birthday cake, they're instantly increasing the bacteria all over the frosting by 1,400%. Just from what, normal bacteria, people kind of handling it or whatever. And I was wondering do you guys consciously think to, look at someone to see if how they're blowing it out before you strategically pick your piece of cake, or does it not
Hey,
bother
listen,
you?
doll. My grandma, God rest her soul, she blew out the candles for her 90th birthday and her teeth fell onto the cake. You know what I mean? Like,
And then did you still eat it?
Well, we had to. Everyone was watching, but I do worry about the drunk uncle or the drunk aunt at the birthday party who's celebrating their
Yeah.
50th wedding anniversary or something.
Right?
You've kind of ruined something that I
Yes.
hold precious for.
This will never happen again.
1,400%, isn't that crazy? Because they're saying that the frosting absorbs the bacteria.
Don't you go take an ice cream cake away from me, Katie.
I'm sorry.
What I find, how do they get this sort of
how do you
swabbing?
I think
do
they're
the
just
study.
swapping a bunch of cakes.
And this, when you think about it, when you go to these birthday parties,
Yeah.
and you see, the 1-year-old and the 2-year-old or the 3-year-old, but everyone else is blowing the cake out for them.
Gross.
So you don't know who. That's why there's so many diseases,
Because of birthday
airborne
cakes.
diseases.
Because of birthday cakes.
Yes, we've now decided it's because the birthday cake.
Well, this means you should pick the piece, though, with the least amount of frostings and has least bacteria.
I just say maybe don't eat the birthday cake at all.
Never.
Never.
Okay, what do we got coming up after the break? If you're